Hi everybody, and thank you for joining us. We are here with Weston Galloway from Mizuno Shoes. Mizuno makes my favorite running shoes, and I know we've all seen people on TV, doing these little plugs like, chew this gum, it's awesome, and it's rubbish. Those people do not chew that gum. So I wanted to prove to you out of the gate that I have been a big fan of Mizuno for many years. This is not just a plug for them. I really believe in Mizuno's shoes. I happen to be wearing their clothing for the first time today too, and I'm finding it very comfortable. Thank you very much, Weston. Thank you for joining us. Now, I have a surprise for Weston. He has not seen my collection of shoes. Now, I'll run in shoes for about 300 miles before I toss them, but I don't always get rid of them. Sometimes I keep a few pairs for something else, so check this out. Now, people who know me know that I don't wear shoes, so for me to have a whole bag full just of these running shoes is pretty funny. These are all Mizuno shoes that I've collected over the last couple years. Now, here's what I use them for. My oldest pair, I actually turned into shoes to wear while I'm riding my bike, because Mom taught me to wear shoes for good foot safety when you're on your bicycle. Everyone's laughing in the background here, but seriously, Mom, you were right. But my feet get hot, so I took my old pair of running shoes and I cut out all the mesh so that my feet don't get hot and they're still comfortable and my feet are safe. So that's my oldest pair of Mizunos. It's pretty funny, right?
That's great.
My next oldest pair that I ran my way through, I keep for if I need to walk the dog when it's raining or something like that, because I don't want to wear my good shoes, but I do want a good pair of shoes on my feet when I'm out there for 3 or 4 miles. So that's this pair of Mizunos. My next pair is my most recent pair of running shoes, and these have not been repurposed yet, but this is the pair that I'm just about to phase out. They've just about put in their 300 miles. And then my newest pair, these were a gift today from Weston, and I am so excited, because the thing is, I go into running shoe stores and I want the cute shoes. I do. I always want the pretty pink ones. But I always get my shoes professionally fitted, because shoes are all that's between you and the road. And if you don't have good shoes on, your knees are going to hurt. And if your knees hurt, your life sucks. So I always go with the shoes that are recommended to me by the fitting professional. And, you can see I've never had the colors that would be my choice until today. And finally, the shoes that fit my foot right are the ones with lots of pink on them. And I can't tell you how excited I am that Mizuno finally produced the shoes I want in the color I want. I'm thrilled. So when we choose shoes, obviously I just said, I always get mine professionally fitted, and I do it every single time, because I don't know if my running style has changed, or maybe there's new shoe technology out that I need to have a look at. So what I want to talk with Weston about now is what to look for in a good quality pair of shoes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you would love to go into a store and see the prettiest thing out there, the greatest looking one.
You're so right.
and pick it right off the wall, and that would be your shoe to be good for you. But unfortunately, there's so many different shoes out there. They're all specifically made for different purposes and different foot types. And so going to a specialty store, or having them fit by a professional really is the best way to ensure that you are getting the appropriate shoe for you and the way your biomechanics work. Mm-hmm. So things to look for in a shoe. Basically, there's a big level difference in between right about $80, $85 in the quality of materials that go into the shoe. Mm-hmm. So right at that price point, for whatever reason, they start making better shoes, pretty much all companies across the board. So unfortunately, it's a slight investment, but obviously it's better than the investment or the money you have to spend in doctor bills or whatever after that.
And that's an important point. People who know me and who've heard me talking about running for years now will know that I always say, invest in the shoes. They're cheaper than new knees, because getting a knee replacement or knee surgery or whatever is not fun, and it is expensive. And you know me, I'm very thrifty. I do not like to spend money that I don't have to spend. But running shoes is the one and only time ever that you will see me just lay down my credit card, and I don't care what it costs. I know that the shoes that I buy are not inexpensive, but they are worth every single penny because my feet are happy and my knees don't hurt. So he's not kidding. He's not just doing a plug for Mizuno there. It's really worth spending the money. It's the only time you'll hear me say that. So talk to me about when you're looking at a shoe, what shows you a quality shoe? You know, what stuff do you look for?
I mean, and visually, not a whole lot. Yeah, unfortunately, it's all on the inside. There's not there's not too many telltale signs of, you know, one shoe versus another, what's going to be better. You know, hopefully you'll be able to go to a specialty store, or a knowledgeable person will be able to determine what type of shoe is most appropriate for you. And then that kind of puts you in a category. And then once you're in the appropriate category, it's really just down to what feels the best to you. You know, what you want to feel in a shoe, if it's functionally appropriate, is really just comfort. You want to have, you know, hopefully you have some different options, and you'll see what's the most comfortable shoe, because function's the most important thing, but then obviously comfort is, well,
oh, it's right.
They're very they're about equal. But
okay. So what you're really saying is go to a specialty running shoe store, get fitted by somebody who runs. You know, make sure that that person runs, not just that they understand how to fit a shoe, but that they know what it's like to be out there putting in the miles. And then, you know, choose a couple of different types of shoe that are in the right sort of bracket for your foot, and then put them on and run around the block in them, and come back into the store and try the next pair and run in them until you find the right pair that really works for you. So that's what we're going to be doing next here. Weston has brought the Mizuno fitting truck to us, which is so totally awesome. They have this huge truck outside. It's filled with cool shoes and computers that do all this great fitting stuff. So what Weston's doing for us today is he's going to do a fitting for all of the girls here in the LiveFit studio. And the surprise for them that they don't know about, but they're about to hear about right now, is that we are going to do a 5K. At the end of this 6-week boot camp, you guys are doing a 5K with me. So yay! So we're all going to get fitted for shoes today, make sure we've got the right shoes for our feet, because in addition to all the kettlebells we're going to be doing a lot of running. Your 5K is just 5 weeks away, just so you know. So we're really excited. So let's go outside and go and check out the truck.
So we're here with Mizuno's mobile running lab that travels the country and has done over 10,000 personal fits for different people. Let's go check it out. Inside the truck we have 2 precision fit terminals that goes through 8 or 9 different biomechanical analysis to determine what type of shoe is most appropriate for the given person. We scan the feet first and then go through some different tests to determine knee rotation, flexibility in the ankles and the hips, to all put into a formula to spit out what is the most appropriate Mizuno shoe for you, but then also it can tell you what kind of category you're in. Once the fit is done, people can grab their shoe size, because we have every shoe that we make in here, and they can go take it for a test run. We've also partnered with running groups where people can just take them for the 5 to 7 whatever mile run they're doing that day. So this is what we do here in the mobile shoe lab.
What's your name?
Chastity.
Chastity. Kevin.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Take your shoes and socks off there. This is our precision fit test. The first thing we do is we will take a picture of your feet, and then we'll take a kind of scan of your arch. So it gets a picture of your feet from the bottom up, so we see exactly where your feet are meeting contact with the glass and where they're not.
Okay.
In a sense, you have a normal arch because, like I said, it's pretty substantial, but at the same time, you have a point of contact the whole way through your foot there. So like I said, pretty normal foot type there. And the next test is if you can just take a quick walk on down to the other platform, please, and come back. And I'll kind of explain to you as we go here. Come on back.
Oh.
Yep, you're doing great. So what I'm watching for there is called your foot rotation, and really to see if you kind of toe out as you walk or toe in. And that's why I didn't tell you as you go, because sometimes people are conscious of it and they think about it. But you stay pretty straight on, nothing too crazy there.
Next thing, would you say when you hit the ground when running, you're more of a heel to toe transition, or you sort of hit the ground with your midfoot or forefoot?
Not sure.
Most people, about 90-95% of people have a moderate heel counter when they hit the ground.
Okay.
Does that, yeah, we'll go with that. I mean, when you're walking, you definitely had, you know, a heel strike there. So.
And then if you can stand back in the glass, please, and put your feet all the way together in the middle. Great. And we're going to snap a shot of your leg access to look at your limb alignment, which is really an overly complicated way of saying we're checking to see if there were to be some external rotation in your knees or internal rotation. But based off the picture and kind of what I see, it looks like you're pretty well in alignment there.
Cool.
And then the next test is we're going to check the flexibility of your upper ankle joint.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is place your feet on the 1 and the 4, please. And then while keeping your heels flat in the ground, go down to a deep squat like that guy if you can and come back up. And that's great.
Stand back up.
Yep, that's pretty good though. So good flexibility. And then now the next test is leg axis again, but this time dynamic. So involving a little bit of motion, kind of mimicking that running movement and seeing how your body deals with the stress. So what you're going to do is place your feet on the glass again, please. And then in a second, but not yet, because I'm going to line it up and record you, you're going to lift one leg up, just like the guy in the picture.
Okay.
And then the other one come down slow and controlled, just a little bit. You don't need to go crazy far down, just nice and slow. 2 times on one leg, 2 times on the other, and it doesn't matter which one to start out. Give me just one moment, please. And the trick is not to watch yourself, because you'll try and compensate for the small wobbles and they become big wobbles. And whenever you're ready. And that's perfect. Great. And now the other leg, please. And I will show you what we're talking about in a second here. Is basically from your hip on down to your ankle, on that dotted yellow line, if you were to stay on alignment with it, or if there was some internal rotation, your knee would kind of come in or roll out. You can see you stay pretty clean on the whole way through down there. So great. Normal there. And then the last test, as we found through these case studies, and it's pretty crazy, is that in women only, the soft tissue in your pinky kind of correlates with that in your ankle.
Really?
Yeah. They did all these case studies in Europe to figure this stuff out. So the idea is if your pinky's very flexible, your ankle may be as well, and you may need to show up more support. So you're going to walk up and place your right hand there, please. And then with your other hand, pull back your pinky as far back as it can comfortably go. And that is great. That's pretty normal there. So we're basically looking to see if it came past 90 degrees, which it does not. So, and then if you could please enter in your first name, last name, and zip code. That way, if we ever run into you again, we can pull up your old results and kind of compare and contrast what you have going on. Because it's good to get checked periodically for which is the best type of shoe for you, because as you get in better shape or lose weight, put on weight, everything changes. Exactly. So here, put in your zip code, and I'll tab to it for you there.
Oh, okay.
The small keyboard throws people off sometimes. There you go. And now to kind of turn all that information up, I'd recommend a type of shoe or two for you. And then we'll also have a printout with some more detailed information about all the shoes that work for you. Cool. So if you have a seat, put your socks on, please. You can get your shoe on there. Great. Yep. So it's recommending a neutral type shoe for you. So the Wave Creation is probably a good fit. And we can try that on in just a second here.
I just got done doing my fitting with Mizuno, and they ran a couple of scans on my feet, and they picked out a couple of different shoes for me. And the reason why that we went with the one that was best suited for my feet was because I'm prone to shin splints. And the one that we chose actually has supports that goes all the way down to the toes instead of just halfway through the foot. So that'll help me whenever I'm running and start jogging to give me more support as I go.
So we've had a great time today here with Mizuno. We've all been fitted for shoes. All the girls are going to get free shoes for our 5K in 5 weeks' time, which is totally awesome. Now you can catch up with the Mizuno truck. It is coming to a town near some people, but if it's not coming to a town near you, there is a website that you can go to. Weston, tell us about that.
MyPrecisionFit.com goes through the same thing that we were doing in there, but in a first-person sense, so you can get a really good fit for yourself. And then on Mizuno USA's website, MizunoUSA.com, there's a list of towns that it is coming to near you.
So check it out. Make sure if the truck is coming to a town near you, go to the truck, get fitted personally. If not, myprecisionfit.com. Get yourself a great pair of shoes.
Woo!